Hi guys, and welcome back to the Iron Personal Training YouTube channel, and here we are starting block 2 of my off-season training. So we're changing all the movements and we're changing how many reps we're doing as well. For those of you who have watched the training sessions from block 1 of my off-season, you'll know that we were doing sets of 12. We're now moving to sets of 10, so 3 sets of 10, doing 120 kilos feet up bench, and I was relatively happy with how these moved. I'd had clients competing all weekend, so I was feeling a bit emotionally drained and tired going into this session, so I was really happy with how things moved. Managed to do this first set without any wrist wraps on as well, which I was very happy with, and everything moved nice and consistently, so I'll definitely take that for the first time doing this movement in a long time. We then come on to some decline dumbbell press. So like within the first block, we are doing just as many reps as we can to try and build some muscle and size in the chest. This was the second set, and we're starting with 30 kilos. So what you usually find in your blocks when you're doing this is that the first time you do this, it's hard because if you're not used to the movement or you've changed your first bench movement, so your chest is more fatigued. The one in the middle, even though you put the weight up, feels pretty good because you've got a bit more use to both of the movements. And then the third one usually feels quite hard again because it's the last session you're going to do on your main movement and this movement as well. So the weight's at the highest and you usually find you fatigue quite quickly. But I was really happy with how these moved. I was getting around 10 to 12 reps on each set. So we did 2 sets of these when these are working. We then did some single arm chest supported rows. Really like doing these. I find that when I do them as a single arm rather than a double arm, I can get a bit more of a squeeze on them and feel a bit more of that pump in the back and the lats, which is obviously what we're looking for, trying to build that nice, big, strong back. Not only to keep us nice and supported in the bench, but obviously in the squat and the deadlift as well. Back and lats are obviously one of the most important muscle groups that you're going to train in powerlifting if you're looking to get stronger and add to your total. We then came on to some close grip lat pull downs. So like we've done before, we're doing these for sets per minute. This video is sped up, that's why it looks a bit strange. We did 3 sets per minute on this. Nothing crazy when it came to the weight, just keep it nice and light. Again, we're trying to train our lats to be able to work longer and help build a bit of size in that area as well. If you've not done these kind of training before, I definitely recommend giving it a go. It really does help lat and back development, not only in terms of strength and size, but also in how long you can work before your back and lats completely fatigue as well. We then came on to some bent over cable rows. One of my favourite variations of rows is doing them on a cable like this. And what we're doing is we're doing a 3 count hold at the top of each movement, which again is really trying to get the back to work and kind of mimics the feeling you should be feeling as you pull a bench into your chest while you're training and trying to get the bench down into a nice stable position to be able to press off your chest as well. So definitely recommend giving them a go as well. But then coming to an exercise that I've actually never done before, which was some tricep extensions with kettlebells. I'm slowly working my way through the book of methods by Westside Barbell and Louis Simmons, and this is one of the exercises they recommend doing, so I thought I would give it a try. And wow, it is a very difficult exercise to do. Now the reason it's obviously harder is because the weight is hanging below where you're pressing from each time, and it really pumped up the tricep very quickly. I'm only using 12 kilo kettlebells here, so if I was say doing a tape press with sets of 3 to 10 or like a tricep roll back, we'd be using maybe 8 to 10 kilos more, and maybe still not feeling quite the pump we felt on these. So these are an exercise that I'm definitely going to keep rotating in as I go through my training. We then did some reverse grip bicep curls. Again, benefit of doing reverse grip bicep curls is we get a bit of work in the forearm as well as the biceps as well. And the only reason we're really training the biceps are for stability in the bench and while doing low bar squats. We then come on to some wrist squeezes. This is again sped up. Again, just trying to build that strength in the wrist. So we've got that nice stability when we're benching and low bar squatting as well. Also, this is going to help improve the grip for the deadlift as well. So guys, that's it for the first session of block 2 of my off-season training. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.